I'm waiting on a notification. And thank you all again. Okay, perfect. Got it. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this evening. We have two great guests and panelists that are joining us all the way live from New York City, Brooklyn to be exact. We have student Captain Richard Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam.
And we have a great guest, Brother Gillie, all the way out of Brooklyn. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Brooklyn, but I'm in the Bronx, though. I'm from the Bronx. But
okay, from the Bronx. Okay.
It's okay. Same thing. We brothers.
You know, New Yorkers are very territorial, so they like to rep their city, so you can't confuse, Brooklyn and the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, excellent. Yes, sir. Okay, boom. My sister's name is everybody's saying love, sending love, peace
Much
to
love.
Brooklyn and the Bronx. Okay, today we have an amazing event that you all are gonna be putting on this week. But before we get started, we want to play the promotional video so that the viewing audience can absolutely see what we have going on. Okay, here we go. Let me share the screen. Okay, share. Here we go. Thank you all for tuning in. And is it playing? Do y'all see it?
No.
There's no
Okay,
video.
hold on. Okay, I heard it. I'm gonna make sure it's being seen.
We get the audio feed, but no video.
No video. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Come on, video. Video play. All right, here we go. Oh, buddy. Okay, 1 second. We're gonna master this thing right now. Okay, so I see the video link that you sent me. Okay, no panic. All right, here we go. Email. Here we go, Recap. Thank you all for your patience. I'm going to click to download. Thank you all again as we get ready to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Milion Man Macrch. We have student captain. Thank you, Brother Ronald, for saying it's just black. Mimi showing love. Thank you all very much live from. But while we get going, while we're waiting on the video to download, re-download so we can have the video, can you let us know a little bit about yourself, Brother Gillie?
Certainly. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Gillie Pure Delgado. Born and raised in Harlem and in the Bronx, and an activist, an entrepreneur, and definitely someone who likes to work on mediating circumstances within our own kind and within our own people to try to change the format of how we are used to living and
Yes, sir.
change it and show that if we consider ourselves kings and queens, on how to act upon that and live as so. Thank you.
Beautiful. And okay, boom. The video's right here. I'm coming right back to you, Brother Captain. All right, let's play it now. Thank you all for your patience as we see the video. Okay, nope. Okay, Brother Captain, I don't know why it's not playing. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna get frustrated. I'm not gonna get stuck. Okay, I'm not gonna get stuck. Brother Captain, we'll come back to the video. We'll re-download it. But okay.
Yes, sir.
Brother Captain, what made you all want to put the event on?
Just want to take it back a little. In May of this year, 2020, we saw the killing of our brother, George Floyd Jr. It sparked not just a local and a national movement, but it was a global movement to the proportion that I've not seen in a very long time.
Yes, sir.
Police reform and how we need to be treated differently in our community. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan have always taught us that we have a war that we're fighting on two fronts, dealing with the larger establishment in terms of police misconduct, but also us killing us. Simultaneously, while there were protests, marches around our brother George Floyd Jr., in Brooklyn, New York, a 1-year-old was at a barbecue with his family at a cookout. His name is Devell Gardner Jr. Ironically, the same as, junior means that there's a senior.
Yes, sir.
We have seen an uptick in shootings and killing in New York City to the proportion that I've never seen since I've been tracking crime statistics. So far, as of a few days ago, we have had 346 murders in New York City, 1,442 shootings. Most of these took place simultaneously while we were protesting and saying Black Lives Matter. It seems like Black lives only matter when perceived, when they kill us. But as long as we killing each other, it seems like there's a certain numbness at times in our community to really rally and motivate our people about, putting a stop to us killing us. That young killing of Devell Gardner Jr. resonated and touched a lot of grassroots organization that's on the front line doing this work of beef mediation, violent interrupters, working in conjunction, some together, some in a silo. We felt it was a time for us to collaborate and pool our resources, our organization experience and resources to leverage to make a greater changes in our community. While we started the conversation, our brother who was supposed to be with us tonight, but he's so inundated planning for this upcoming event, Brother A.T. Mitchell, who's the founder of Man Up Inc. in Brooklyn, New York, he put forth a challenge. We wanted to inspire men to make a difference in their community. 500 men in New York, in Brooklyn, 500 in the Bronx, 500 in Bronx, 500 in Queens and Staten Island. And I want to give kudos and a salute to all the organizers and brothers in Brooklyn, because they were the first one to not only reach 500, but exceed it. And we started that competition. And as we've been on for about 13 weeks straight, having 3 consecutive Zoom calls on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, speaking to working in the confines of the safety protocol in this pandemic, knowing that we can't at times be together, but we're using the technology to communicate. We sparked a coalition of concerned men, and in this interaction, I met my brother Gillie, who was on the front line doing work. I got closer to Man Up Inc. and a multitude of other street organizing activists. And as we encroach on the Milion Man March, we wanted to put boots on the ground to speak. And one of the organizers said, why not, like the stock exchange, go public on October 16th, 2020?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It resonated, and we start mobilizing around the 25th anniversary. Brother Josh, ironically to say, as we started the conversation around the commemoration of 25 years since 1995, we found out that Brother Gillie was also in DC. I'm gonna let him talk about that. Brother A.T., our co-partner and our comrade, was also in Washington, D.C. So when the minister shared with them or shared with us to go back into our community and join an organization, these brothers didn't only join an organization, they created an organization and has been making tremendous changes in our community. So we saw it be fitted for us to put at the forefront what was the catalyst that changed us, that changed our thinking and our mindset to want to make a difference in our community. So I'm just going to stop for a minute and allow my comrade, Brother Gillie, to jump in for a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You're
sir.
doing well, Captain. Go ahead, man. I'm with you. I mean, we do this every day, so we all speak the same. But I definitely thank you. If the brother has any questions to ask, then I can. But if you want to continue to give the spill, man, you're doing so well, Captain. I love you, bro. For real, it's
Yes,
real.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so as we reflected, brother Joshua, and this historic event, we saw the minister call the event on three principles: atonement, reconciliation, and responsibility. And it sparked a revolution that I've never seen before or duplicated since then. So many things came out of the Million Man March. You'll have myself sitting here serving in a leadership position, not just in my nation, but also in New York City. You have other brothers like Brother Gillie, not necessarily inside with a suit and a bow tie, but I see him as a comrade and also a FOI on the outside because what he's doing the work. He,
Yes,
have
sir.
a
Yes, sir.
profound,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
he has a profound love for our minister, our teacher, our guide, and there are many, Brother AT, and there are so many more. So as we start reflecting on the magnitude and the impact of what the Million March was able to do, we look 25 years later, and there are so many similarities as we look back 1995, 25 years ago. We see an uptick in terms of now violence, black on black crime in our community. Chicago, um, LA, New York City, just to name a few. And we felt it was necessary to speak to our people, stop the killing. And to now, if we could capture this October 16th, 2020, a semblance of the spirit, the commitment and motivation to now spark something into another generation to take it 25 years and belong beyond, to now see young leaders like yourself, Brother Joshua, who will now tie themselves to something that's so large and so huge to make a difference in our community, whether it's now becoming setting up a media platform. Everybody don't have to be on the front line to say dealing with advocate advocacy for crime in our community, but so much work and resources that's needed. We were on Brother Ben X, who's doing a wonderful job on social media, shaping our narrative. We have sit on the sideline and allow others to talk about our history, and to be blessed that you have this platform to give us a time to share what we feel is very important.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. And thank you for the work that you all are doing. Brother Gillie, what was it like how did you go to the Million Man March?
Oh man, I was young. I was young. I was about put throw my age out there. So I was about like 24, 25 years old, and it was in the air. And New York City is the mecca, and definitely the home of the nation, for real, for real. We talk about from way when Elijah, then when Malcolm made that big move out here, and so it was always in the air. The Nation of Islam was something. The fruit of Islam always out there in the street with the final call. So it was always intriguing to us young brothers to see that, to see like I would call it like a model. Like to see brothers like growing up, you wouldn't see brothers like that. So when you saw the the formality, man, it was like, wow, intriguing. So make a long story short, we always, we here in New York, a lot of us are, Muslim inside. We just don't speak it outside, but a lot of us follow it forever.
Yes, sir.
So a bunch of brothers from my neighborhood were like, yo, we driving out to the Million Man March. You want to go? So, I was a young boy. I said, heck yeah, let's just jump. Let's go. So I just jumped in the back seat. But by the time we got there, we were in the back. So we weren't actually, we saw like the waves of people, but it was so hard to get to the front. But just to be there and, just to hear hear the father minister on the microphone, because we couldn't get close, but just to hear it and meditate on it. And it said a lot to me, and it taught me how to begin to become a real man. So yeah, that's how it was with us. Like we just jumped in the car and went. We're like, yo, we gotta go there. Like that's what's popping. So we went. You know what I mean? Like you know how I go when you're young. Like you just go where everything is happening. So man, it was lovely. I came home with a lot of information. You know, I've always read the Quran. I read the Bible. I've always was into religious activities, and just made me feel at home and made me feel like somebody really cared about us, no matter we black or brown. Because my ancestors are African and we would say Latino, but I say Arawak Indian because we're Indians. You know what I mean? So, we're from the Arawak, we're from the Caribbean. So, but it finally made me feel. I speak for myself. Made me feel like wow, like God is talking, through the Father Minister, and He's actually waking our people up. So it made me, uh, fall in the line because before that, I was playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real.
Yes,
I was out there. I was trying to become a man, but not know how. And the Father Minister showed me how to learn how to become a man. Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. And what made you want to reconnect 25 years later?
Man, just through the grace of God. I mean, I've always been connected in the streets. I'm known in the music industry, in the movie industry. I've done movies. I've worked with big rappers. I manage rappers, and I was always into the life, the movement of our people. And I worked with a cure violence program that we started out here in the South Bronx. I did well with that. Then I had went back on the tour with another rapper, and then but I always did the job, because in music or wherever we go, there's always little beefs here and there. So I kind of always found myself in the middle, like, nah, go ahead, come on, man, we could be, come on, leave that alone, like.
Yes, sir,
So
yes,
I was
sir.
always doing the job, like without even knowing I was doing the job. But then when I did SOS, I had the curriculum, so I was like, yo, I've always done this, but now I knew the language on how to begin the process of mediating situations. So then, I left the rap game for a while because we already know where that went. And man, the light just got shined on me and said, yo, you have to be a humanitarian for your people. So brother A.T. Mitchell, man, peace be upon him, always wherever he stands. That dude's solid. And Captain Richard, we got on the phone one day, and AT put this challenge up and he says, yo, you guys in? And I'm like, heck yeah, why not? Like, this is where it's at. And this was before we even, and I'm gonna let Captain build on that before we even found a date, October 16th, we just was just started. We didn't even have a date for this yet. But we were just like, yo, how are we gonna bring all our cure violence programs and build this coalition throughout the 5 boroughs and learn how to go back within our communities and restructure, remodel, and remonitor our communities, because we already know how NYPD and any police force do us in our community. You can't stand there. Go find somewhere to go. You tell them, yo, I'll pay rent here. I don't care. Just get out of it. You know what I mean? So, I'm like, man, all that got to change. But then, when the brother Floyd went down and this BLM movement came about, I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. But then I noticed like we were killing each other more. So I'm like, wow, they're giving us all the resources, to kill ourselves, and we've been falling for it. Like, let's keep it 100, right?
Yes,
We've
sir,
been
yes, sir.
falling for it. We've been falling for it, but more so this time, it was like the pandemic. Like everybody thought, like, the hourglass was over. That's it. The world is over. Let me go find my old enemy. But then I look at my brother in his face, and I'm like, yo, bro, you look like me. You speak like me. You dress like me. You dance to the same music. You know, like, but you killing me. And then what put the topping on the cake was after George Floyd died, we figured that one out, right? We was like, all right, cool. But then these guys are shooting randomly out here, and then a 1-year-old gets killed, an 8-year-old gets killed. One of my high school basketball players that just got accepted to St. John University got killed. So I'm like, yo, hold up. Like, if I played these streets the hard way, now I got to play them to save my people and save my streets. So I have to approach those same high risk individuals that I know that are out there. And I'm not going to turn my shoulder, my back anymore, say, oh, that wasn't my family. Nah, I got to address you now, brother. Like, I don't know who taught you how to shoot a gun. First off, you shouldn't be shooting it. But second off, you ain't hitting who you need to hit.
Mm.
Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing the right thing. Again, by me killing you, or I say by me killing me. Excuse me, you guys. By me killing by we killing we, right?
Yes, sir.
There's no money. We're not eating now. Four families lose because the shooter goes to jail. The other person is dead. The dead person's mother got to raise money in the community now to bury that child. The shooter's mother got to wonder, I didn't raise my son to do this. So now she got to find a lawyer money. So now we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. It takes $15,000 to bury a person. It takes $25,000 to $30,000 to retain a lawyer, especially for a case like that. So now what happens? The mother dies of suffering from the child that died. The mother that son's in jail, she dies because now she has to take an 18-hour trip every month to send her son a care package, a $20 package, and that kills her on the way back and forth. So now when you're in the penitentiary, 725 to life. Yeah, I'm doing 25 to life, but then your mother dies. You know what I'm saying? Now they got to bring you back down in chains to the funeral, and your whole family got to see you in state greens, and then you crying like a newborn baby because you didn't think that you killed not only your life, you killed an innocent, or whether he was not innocent or not, but you killed the life, an innocent life. Then your mother died, your grandma, and families just die. You know what I mean? So like when we lose four in a murder, we lose the two participants and then everything around that. So I came to this tip. I said, yo, you know what, man? And we all did. This got to change. And by any means necessary, if I have to put my life on the line to save another life, then so be it. I will. I've experienced a great life so far. Allah has given me all the greats. I've
Yes,
seen
sir.
the
Yes, sir.
world.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I've
sir.
seen. I've been around the world and back 2 times. In the music game, and I'm from the hood, so I'm blessed. So now this is the final call for Gillie. This is my last chapter of how do I help save one life, especially a life that's looks like me, whether he's Latino. I don't do Hispanic. Hispanic is Spaniards. So either we Indian, we Arawak Indian, Latino, Caribbean people, or we're just straight African from where my family bloodline comes from, all the way from Kenya. So I'm
Beautiful.
yeah, thank you.
And great, and thank you for doing that and putting your life on the line and being an example in the community, as well as you, brother Captain Richard. How did you we'll start with you, Captain Richard. How did you come up with the name 500 times 5, and how can we be supportive from where we are all across the country?
Well, one of the beauty about social media, there's no borders. So even though you are in the state of Georgia in Atlanta, you have listening audience all over the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we are asking for Georgia. I have seen a influx of believers within the Nation of Islam, and also people who have just moved from the state into Georgia. We asking all of those families, believers, those that's in the community, if they will just reach back out to the men that they still have, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, or others. This is a male movement. Yes, we have our sisters that's on the front line and off time in the struggle because they are out front and they are asking, where are the men at? Not that the men are not here. You have brothers like myself, Brother Gillie, Brother AT, and many more that's out here doing the work, but we find ourselves in a silo. And now we have built this coalition. We're definitely making a big difference by what we have done. And I wanted to kind of just transition with what Brother Gillie was saying is fearlessness. And we're not talking about building a coalition of vigilantes going to our brothers because what? In the word atonement, in reconciliation or responsibility, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad have taught us that when the male or the man walk outside his house, 75% of the laws go with him. So what we see the void in our community is that our young brothers that's out there, maybe they from a one home family, dad may be dead, dad may be in jail, and what they're looking for is the uncles, myself, brother Gillie, and others, just to now step in and start having that conversation. And some think that this is a generation that they don't care, we can't get through. I beg to differ. I deal with these brothers who we call high risk, who most people have just pushed off to the side, marginalized, and said, okay, well, either they're gonna get killed or they're gonna go to jail. These brothers just looking for love. As I move around, if there's one thing that they are seeking, that somebody care, and we have to be consistent. So we're asking for all the men in New York City to be part of now this coalition of men who love our community, love our people, and want to make a difference. Like it was 25 years ago, it was not a Saturday or Sunday weekend type activity. It was on a Monday 25 years ago. It's on a Friday. So I know it's a sacrifice. You may be thinking about, okay, well, it's the pandemic. I need to go to work to make some money. But the job is always going to be there. Making money is always going to be there. But this is a greater sacrifice to make a difference that now will impact another generation for the next 25 years and beyond. It's not a rally, it's not a march. We just want to bring us together with one singular message. So now on the 17th, on the 18th, we could start now organizing our long-term strategic plan to now make our community a safe and decent place to live. New York City has a population of 8.6 million people. The police department is 35,000. If they can't do it, then we know that we can.
Yes, sir.
What do I have to make a bold statement that we can do what the police can't do? 25 years ago, when we left DC with a commitment and we gave an oath to come back and make a difference, we saw crime drop 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90% in most of these cities by men going back and making a difference. Because we don't have a platform like this to create and talk about our narrative, law enforcement took credit for crime being reduced and never gave the accolades and the just due to the Milion Man March. So no longer will we just sit back and allow somebody else to now define the narrative. We're going to do the work and come on a platform like this and talk about the result.
Beautiful. And thank you all. Thank you very much. I wish I could have been at the Milion March. Of course, I was too young, but I'm so proud that you all are doing what you all are doing now. And I'm here to support you all. The People's Podcast is, in fact, that for the people. Thank you all in the comments for liking it. Once again, I want to say, if on Friday, do you all have a cash app, or is there anything that y'all need other than just support? Like, how can we support as we watch you all in New York take a stand? How can we support?
Well, encouragement. You know, we have the flyer, we have the video. I want to thank A.T. Mitchell and the Man Up Inc. staff, because these were his staff members who went inside the studio, took an idea. The brother that's the lyricist on the promo video is a young brother who is a part of his organization. So what you see is that everything that we need is among ourselves. I mean, as we've been having these conversations via Zoom, there's so many greatness that's within our community. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, we have tried everything except for unity. And as we have seen the progressive evolutionary journey since 1995, 10-10-15, the minister asks for justice or else. For us to, he said he wanted 10,000 fearless. I can say for certainty, you're looking at one in Brother Gillie. He's one of those 10,000 fearless. No question about it, that he loves his community and willing to put everything on the line to make a difference. So we have started that process in New York City as an extension of building the 10,000 fearless to now go between the bullets, the gangs that's on one side killing our brothers on the other side. We have started that process. Now we are now leveraging our organization resources and experience to make a greater difference. So the 10,000 Fearless is in full effect in New York City.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, excellent. And I want everybody to support. We're gonna put it on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe, that we can continue to support you all. Brother Gillie, do you have any closing remarks before we let you all go?
No, man, I just want to thank you, man, for putting us on to this platform of yours, and very humbled to be a part of you and your committee. Always want to thank the brother A.T. Mitchell and my brother Captain Richard, and just basically moral support. You know what I'm saying? Just tell somebody if you cannot make it to New York, but we, like Captain said, we have social media, so just, man, just promote with us, and tell a friend, like, hey, if you ain't doing nothing, man, walk down the Brooklyn Bridge. They're gonna walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. It's October 16th. We're going to start congregating around 10 a.m. We're going to start moving about noon, and we're going to walk all the way over the bridge. And we ain't going to be, ranting and chanting. Now, this is a silent, real man stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like they say, like they say, that grown man-ish, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We're going to walk over. We're going to walk to a park called Foley Park, where our African ancestors from the Black Wall Street are actually buried. So right there, we're gonna wake them up, and we're gonna tell them we here, and like I said, man, just moral support, and everything else will fall into place. So if there's people that want to donate, they can look towards the Man Up. You could just Google Man Up Incorporated in Brooklyn, New York, and by all means, man, just man, just support is basically what we need, man. Moral support. Thank you so much.
Brother Josh, before I go, I just want to thank all our brothers and sisters under the crisis management system, CMS family, who've been on the work, some for 20 years, 15 years, 5 years doing this work on the front line, who are not recognized or even brought to the forefront in terms of now the magnitude of beef intervention and just making a tremendous difference in our community. Global violence movement. There's just so many that's out here doing the work. Now we saw fit to actually now partner up, and we're gonna make a greater difference in New York City by Allah's permission.
Beautiful. I'm with it. I'm gonna try one more time, y'all. I do ask you all. We gotta play the commercial. We're gonna try one more time.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Come on, get it right.
I'll go on. We're gonna get this commercial right now. Here we go. Get this commercial right. Come on, click it. Play it. Come on now. I don't know why it's the sound.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
First you must understand that this ghetto's a prison. Guilty by association is a really and it's all a given. As most of our people are saying, smoking, drinking, trying to get from the fitting. You were listening to a man who was been set free. All the work, but when we talk about defund police, that nigga out here looking for anarchy. Send me back to the ABE. This is defund police. Somebody tell us that black on black violence derivative. And if we don't get this, no hope on the fool, they gonna find a way to get it. So I'm putting my work to see it's worth it at least to make a best of this program like good release. So I'm gonna have to rest and make peace. So I'm gonna be the best when these streets.
Hey, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. See, y'all had no faith. Y'all ain't know we gonna pull it off.
It came through, Brother Josh. Yeah.
Third time was a charm. Here
Third
you
time
go.
was a charm for sure. Thank you very much. Thank you all for the comments. Unity is the key. Love Black Men United. Keep going. Much love, brothers. Y'all stay strong. ASA, Naima, Mimi, Rashad, Ronald, Corey X, Williams, Pamela K, Charlene, everybody. Thank you all for putting it on YouTube. I'm here. Y'all got my energy. Our spirit is with you all. We rooting for y'all. Man, hold it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
hold it down.
Brother Josh would love to come back after the 16th and give you an update in terms of now how.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
It's our honor. And also, by the way, I'm a big sports fan. The Giants haven't won yet this year, so we count on y'all to get a win. This is the win. When y'all do this, this is the win.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Right now, they just keep rooting for us. Forget them Giants, but we the new Giants. And them dudes are sorry for years. I'm a sports fan too. Thank you so much, Brother Joshua, man.
No problem, man. Thank y'all for coming on, and thank you all for watching.
Salute, sir.
Yes, sir. So, like, Captain, yes, sir.
Salam.